Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm getting ready to start making all of my fall and Christmas gift card holders, and so I thought I'd show you how to make this really cute one that I found online. And I'm just going to show you how to make one for fall, and then I'm going to make a lot of Christmas ones later, and I'll post those online so you can see those as well. So the first thing you're going to do is need a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper, and that's just our normal size cardstock. And you're going to need a scoring and cutting blade. So I'm just going to pull out my Stampin' Up! Trimmer. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to score your 8.5 by 11 at 5.5 on the 11-inch side. So I've measured it off. You can see right here that it goes to 5.5. And then the light colored gray blade is my scoring blade. So I'm going to score it there. And then I'm going to slide it back, and I'm going to score it again at 2 3/4. And I'll show you where that's at on the cutting blade, or on the Stampin' Trimmer. So I'm going to score that. I'm sorry you can't see it so well. When I use my iPad to tape, it's hard to get everything in the screen. So now I've scored it at 2 3/4, and then 5.5. Then what I'm going to do is give my paper a 1/4 of a turn, put it in my trimmer at 4 1/4. See if I can slide that up a little bit. There you go. And I'm going to cut it in half using my dark colored blade, and that will give me 2 gift cards. So I'll set that out of the way, and we're just going to make one of them right now. So what I'm going to do is I will fold at the 2.5, and then again at the 5.5, so you get a card base that opens like that. So before I go any further, I want to show you the supplies that I'm going to use, and these are going to last me all the way through the winter season, and I have just ordered this, and I think I'm going to get a ton of use out of it. These are the coffee cup framelits. They're in the regular catalog, and as you can see, there's 3 different cups, a lid, another lid, a whipped topping. There's even a little tea bag, coffee beans, a straw, a tiny little coffee cup, and if you buy the designer series paper that comes with it, there's little coffee cups you can cut out in that shape. There's even this little tab. I don't drink coffee, but it's that little tab that goes into the slit so you don't spill your coffee. But what I thought was really cute about this was this one. It scores and folds at the same time, so even though it's a coffee wrap for your mug, you could also make it into a cupcake. So these are the coffee cup framelits that I think I'm going to get a ton of use out of. And then the stamp sets I'm using are Merry Cafe. This is in the Christmas catalog. And here's the little stamp that can fit with that. And if you look at this very closely, you'll see that you can get Halloween, Christmas, fall, Valentine's Day, Love is Brewing, and I Love You, and coffee. And then there's a lot of things you can mix and match. There's some snowflakes and Happy New Year, apple cider. So we're going to use this set to make our gift card holder. But just so you know, there's another set. This is the one in the regular catalog that has 2 more coffee cups, the whipped topping, sugar cubes, thanks a latte, a peppermint stick, the little heart you could stamp on the little tab that goes in your drink, another straw, and then a couple of sentiments and some coffee beans. So these 2 sets are made to interact with this framelit set. So I'm going to set that out over to the side, and we're going to get started on our card. But I wanted to show you one more thing before we do that. I was just playing with that coffee set because, like I said, I had just ordered it. So I started cutting out just different cups out of papers, and it sort of reminded me of playing with those chloroforms. ones that you peel and stick, and you can change the little dolls, dresses and stuff that I had when I was little, and I just thought, wow, I can really mix and match a lot with this. So like I said, I just started playing around, and I thought, well, that's pretty cute. That's the one that's scored. And I thought, well, I could add a topping on that. But before that, I could add a straw to the cup. Like that. And then there's even, I cut this out of vellum. It sort of resembles one of those clear plastic toppers, so you could add that to that and make a little image. Or I could add this one. So this one scores and cuts. This one just cuts. So it's that little thing to keep your hand from getting hot. And then I thought, well, how cute would it be if I put the little lid like that on there? And then what if I went a step further and added that little tab? Let's add it in yellow. That little tab that you put in there to keep your coffee. It's sort of, I guess, could be a coffee stirrer, or that little tab that you put in there. So there's a lot of things you can do to mix and match. Here's another one. If I wanted to take this off and add thanks a latte for a thank you card. So you can see, and here's one that's just scored. Can you see the score marks in it? So there's a lot of mixing and matching you can do playing with this set. So it's a great value and something that you can use year-round. All right, so back to our gift card. So I'm going to take this piece that I've scored and cut, and on the inside piece, I'm going to take a piece of Designer Series paper that I've cut. This is 4 by 2.5. I used my Stampin' Trimmer and just trimmed it, and I'm going to glue it to the inside part of the card. I just want to get it on here so that around the edges it's framed nicely. That looks pretty good. And then I also want to take a piece of cardstock that is 4 by 5.25 to put right here, so I can write a sentiment like happy birthday if it's a fall birthday, or thinking of you if you just wanted to do a thinking of you card for someone. And I put that in there. So now I've got 2 of my designer pieces cut down, and I'm going to cut just a half of a 1-inch circle right here so that you can get your gift card out, because that's the place where your gift card is going to go. So now you can see I've cut that 1-inch circle, and I'm going to pull over some tear and tape. This is super easy to use and fast, and it holds really tight, so when someone tries to pull their gift card out, your card's not going to fall apart. So I've got the tear and tape on. Then you just peel it off. And I bought this tear and tape, wow, it's 2 or 3 years old, and I still have this much left on it. It lasts forever, and I have used it quite a bit, to be honest with you. And actually, I was going through my drawer a few minutes ago to try to find a piece of vellum, and I found another roll of it. So it lasts a long time and goes a long way. So now I folded this over, and as you can see, I've made a little pocket for my gift card. The next step is to fold this, so this will be the front of your card. You can anchor it to go this way and open it, but I've oriented this one to go this way. So I'm going to take another piece of 2.5 by 4, and I'm going to tape it down or glue it down right here. This is the Snell adhesive. It's not as strong as the tear and tape. You could definitely use the tear and tape, but for just anchoring paper down, I like to use the Snell because it's a lot faster. So now I've got that piece down. So now comes the fun part. I get to decorate it. So I thought I would do a black coffee cup, or this is really called early espresso. I don't want to put tape or adhesive too far up because I want it to come off the page a little bit, like that. And then I thought about making one that's the stamp that says, "Hello Fall, it's pumpkin spice latte season." I'll glue that down. And if you get it on there just right, it looks, there we go, just like that. So I thought, what would be cute? What color of lid would I want to put on it? And I decided to go with the orange. So I'm going to add just a tiny bit of my snail right here. I don't want to put it on the inside of my card because I want to do a sentiment or a message right there. So I'm just going to add it right here to the top of my card, like so. And I definitely want to put that little heart tab on there. But what I did was I cut one out of another paper so that it would show up against the cream in the back, because I had a white one or a cream one, but I wanted it to show up. So I'm going to add just a little bit of snail to that. We'll slide that right there. So it's like it's sticking up out of my coffee cup. And then I thought, well, what else can I add to this? So I started looking around, and this paper right here also comes with pumpkins. So I thought I would just put a pumpkin on there to dress it up a little bit. So I'll grab a Stampin' Dimensional, my foam dots, a couple of those to make it stand out. So we'll add 2. And actually it's the back side of the paper I'm using right here. But there are 6 different designs. You get 12 sheets, and it's called Painted Harvest. So now I've got my gift card almost finished, and when my recipient opens it, they can just pull their little gift card out. Now I could go and add some more designs and maybe another sentiment right there, but I wanted to do a For You tag. Now this is a stamp set called Merry Little Labels. It's mostly for Christmas, but the special delivery, if you took and hid that part from the North Pole, you could stamp it in pink or blue and make a baby card. Let It Snow could be for any winter holiday. Same thing with birthdays. And you could even, if you use your markers and know how to omit, you could just make a For You tag and take the holly leaves off. So what I've done is I've stamped Just For You, and I could have just stamped it directly on here, but I want it to stand out a little bit since that's cream. So what I've done, oh, by the way, I was going to tell you, this is one of our new punches, and when you purchase these as a set, you'll receive 10% off. So I want that For You to stand out just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of brown Early Espresso, turn my punch over, and line it up to punch. Now when you're stamping your images, if you stamp this on a piece of paper and then just line it up inside here, that way you'll get it centered instead of trying to stamp from that side. So I'm just going to stamp this, or punch that out. And I'm going to take a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut this in half, and you'll see why in just a minute. It'll make perfect sense. What I'm also going to do is save this negative image, because on another card I may want to put it right here and then stamp an image in it, or put it like that and stamp an image. So I'm going to use both pieces. But for this card, I'm going to put a little piece of snail adhesive right here at the bottom and right there at the top. And then what I'm going to do is turn it over. I've cut my Early Espresso one in half, and I'm just going to add an edge to it so that it stands out a little bit. Like so. I'll do the same thing at the bottom, and I'll show you what it looks like in the back in just a second. So I've lined it up and put that on there, and it looks like that on the back. So now I've got a little frame that will make it stand out a little bit. I don't want that brown piece to show, so I'm going to trim that off. Okay, so now I've got that on there, like so. And really what I really would have liked to have done, and I might peel it back off, is move this over to the left a little bit more. So you might want to put your cinnamon on there first. I'll do that in just a minute. So anyway, so now I'm going to add my sentiment. And I think I'll stand it up a little bit. So let's add 2 more foam dimensionals. And I could put it like that. I think I want it right here though for you. Like so. And there you have it. I could also tie a bow and put it right here, maybe tie a little. I've got some embellishments. I'll embellish it up a little bit more and show you a picture of it when I'm finished. But my main goal is just to show you how quick and easy these little gift card holders are. You can whip out a bunch of them while you're watching TV at night, and then you'll be ready for Christmas. So thanks for stopping by, and be sure to check back later. I'm going to make some more this afternoon, and I'll be sure to post them. Have a great evening.